Hey, it's Megan from A Perfect Bookshelf. I post a lot of selfies, so you guys probably know what I look like. But this is the way my voice sounds, which you heard if you watched my dorm video. Anyways, I have been thinking about making a video for a while because 2 lumps of sugar in tea, Kylie is like the cutest person ever, and she made one. And I was like, I want to make a video. And then I watched Book Drunk and Love's booktube videos, and she's amazing. And I will never be that amazing, but I want to make a video, and I haven't read anything recently, so we're going to talk about my first month in college. It's been crazy, absolutely crazy, and nothing like what I expected. I have not read a book for fun in months, which my reading slump started this summer, and I have been unable to get out of it. I think it's because I'm getting older and I'm transitioning out of the age group that YA books are written about. And while I will one day probably read them again, because I see nothing wrong with reading about books about teenagers when you're in your 20s. It's cool. Or 30s or 40s, whatever. I don't care. They're for everyone. But for right now, I don't want to read about being 16 or 17 when I was just 16 or 17. Makes me kind of sad, like I missed something, like I didn't do enough with that age because I didn't do enough with that age. Although part of it was because I was sick, but whatever. So I'm starting to get out of it. I went to the used bookstore and I got some classics. I got here, I'll show you. I got Emma, which I'm starting right now, and it's actually really good, and I really enjoy it. It's helping me. When I'm done with this video, I'm going to go read it. This is not a classic, and I did not get it from the used bookstore. There's a glare. Hang on. There you go. Okay. If I stay, whoop, which I've been dying to read because of the movie. My grandma sent it to me because she bought it, and she was like, oh, there's a movie coming out, so I'm going to get the book. And she loved it. And I'm going to read it, and I'm going to cry. I'm going to read it when my roommate goes away for the weekend, because she does that a lot. So I'm going to read this, and I'm going to cry by myself in my room. Grandma also sent me To Kill a Mockingbird, because I've never read it, which is awful, because I love, like, what am I thinking? I loved the play. So I'm going to read this. I also got Lolita, because, here, wait. There, now you can see it. But there's like glare from my lamp because otherwise it's super dark. And I like put the light on. There's the light, the big light, but I'm underneath my bed. And then I also got The Casual Vacancy because I love J.K. Rowling. I love her. She's wonderful. And I reread the whole Harry Potter series this summer, and so I figured, oh, I'll read her other book. It's really slow so far, but whatever, I'm gonna read it. So that's my plan to get out of my reading slump. I have had time to read. I've been watching a lot of Netflix. I was on season 3 of Psych when I got to college, and I am on season 7, episode 12. So that's what I've been doing with my life. I have been struggling with my schoolwork because it's nothing like high school. I was one of those kids who never had to study, because I just used to understand things like that. But in college, they don't explain stuff as much, and classes aren't as long, and you don't have classes every day, or if you have classes every day, or it's only 15 minutes, not 15, that'd be awesome, but no, 50 minutes, and it's hard to understand vectors in one 50-minute session. So I have been struggling, and I am awful at studying because I never learned how. So I took 2 tests last week, and I'm nervous about getting my grades back. On one hand, I hope I did well on my calc test, but I went out and did some stupid things after I took it because I was sad, and I don't want to know that they were all in vain. So we'll see. And then I took a chem test, and I sucked at chem in high school. So I'm nervous. I'm very nervous, but I got a few days until I get those grades back. Otherwise, in college, I've been struggling to make new friends. I've been clinging to my old high school friends. They're not like my best friends, the ones I talk to all the time on here, like Jonathan and Alyssa and Paige and Nicole. And they're my friends that I didn't really hang out with outside of school, and now I am, and they're very different from me, and they're all guys. And it hasn't been very great. I'm kind of lonely all the time. But Sarah, who lives right here, she's one of my suite mates. She's a sophomore, and she has become the Ren to my Kath. Like, she took me under her wing, and she, like, takes me out, and she introduces me to people, and she gets me out of this room. And I am forever grateful to her for that. I love her. She's honestly becoming one of my best friends. And then her roommate, Savannah, is also so cool. We went to the gym together today. Speaking of, I have gained 8 pounds since I got to college. The freshman 15 is not a lie. There is food everywhere. There is junk food everywhere because the dining hall does not serve super healthy food. I had an omelet this morning with funnel fries, which are basically like little pieces of funnel cake. So good. But not healthy. And I feel like crap, and I'm breaking out, and sucks. So I'm working on being better to my body. I had to cut out sugary espresso drinks because I got addicted, and I was drinking 3 of them a day. So I've replaced them with tea. I'm currently drinking green tea because I got this giant care package from home. My mom and her friends and my grandma all sent me a ton of stuff like socks and tea and lotion, but lots and lots of tea. So much tea. It's awesome. Like a bunch of different kinds of tea and brands, and oh, it's so great. And this coffee mug because I forgot to bring all of mine. I'm so happy. And Pop-Tarts, which I am struggling to like not eat Pop-Tarts for every meal because they're here and I don't have to go out to go get food. So that's been my dilemma. But I've been going to the gym fairly regularly. It had been a few days. I went today. I went and worked my butt off on the elliptical, and it felt so good. It feels really good to work out because if I don't, then I just get stressed and angry. And so working out's really good for me, and I feel a lot better now that I'm doing it. Now I just need to put better food in my body. And not to say that I won't like eat junk food ever at all, but if I don't eat it for every single meal, that's the goal. So far I'm doing horribly with that, but I'm drinking tea and water instead of Diet Coke and coffee. So that's one thing, and I feel a lot better, and I feel like I look a lot better. My skin is breaking out really bad the past few days because I've been eating like crap and I haven't been to the gym, or hadn't been to the gym. I went today. But yeah, college has been crazy. Not that I'm unhappy. I am so happy to be here, and it's lonely sometimes, and I don't really get along with my roommate, but it's okay. It's not bad. I'm not unhappy. I'm happy. It's great here. It's a kind of a conservative school, which is kind of, I'm struggling with that because with my pixie cut and my hipster clothing, and I don't fit in. All the girls, not all the girls, I don't want to like generalize people, and I'm sure they're all very nice. I'm just really shy. But for the most part, when I go out and I look around and I look at the other girls, the majority are wearing like extra large t-shirts and Nike shorts, and I don't feel comfortable in that. Like I that's not how I like to dress. And they all have, not all, there's been maybe 20 girls with short hair like me in a school of 30,000 that I've seen. Not that I've seen everyone, and not that they don't exist, but I'm having a really hard time finding people like me. So that's been a struggle, but I do like it here. It's beautiful and it's nice, and it's a little overwhelming, but it's okay. I'm okay. Y'all's support has been great, especially 2 lumps of sugar and tea, Kylie, and 20-something vagabond, Maureen. You guys have really, really helped me, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, that has been my college experience thus far. We'll see where I am in another month, and I am signing off. Thank you for watching if you did, because this is hella long.